Hi, it's Lynn Shuck with Healing and Balance. We are going to be looking at wrists and ankles, and one of the simplest ways to build some strength and mobility and also improve circulation is to slowly circle the hands at the wrists and slowly circle the feet at the ankles, slowly to really improve circulation and build strength in addition to mobilizing the joint. But you can use the ground for leverage, and that's what we're going to do today. And I'll show you a way to do it with the wrist and a couple different ways to do it with the feet. So if we come onto all fours, I'm just going to do the hand that's near you. You would do one hand at a time. I'm going to lean back so that I can roll over onto the back of my hand, and then I'm going to turn the fingers in. At my elbow, you can see it bends, and I'm moving my body around, and I'm going to try and keep contact with the floor as I make that circle of my hand at the wrist. And the floor is giving me just a little bit of leverage, pushing on the joint. And to switch directions, you really have to kind of play with figuring out when do you need to straighten the arm. I have to straighten the arm to get my palm down to the ground and to flip it over, and when to bend. You also get to move your torso around a lot, as you can see. And then you would do the same thing with the other hand, one hand at a time. If I want to do this with my feet, I can do it in table as well, but I can also do it standing. We're going to start with table. So I'll kind of cut my head off here. If I take my leg back behind me and roll the ankle out to the side, and then push back onto the bottoms of my toes, ankle comes into the center. And so again, my torso is moving around a lot, and the ground is giving me just a little bit of leverage to push back through my heel, to let the top of the foot get stretched. And then again, I would switch directions. Ankle rolls in onto the bottoms of my toes, ankle rolls out onto the top of the foot. You can make this big or little. You don't have to go the whole route. And also you want to go the amount your foot goes, right? The standing version of this is very similar. So I'll use the other foot. I'm going to start by putting the top of my toes on the floor, and then I'll angle a little, and then rolling the ankle out, pushing back into the heel. So it's the same thing, it's just a different relationship to gravity. And then I would go the other way. This can be a really nice hand or foot warm-up before you're doing things in all fours, before downward dog. Sort of at the top of yoga class, or before you're going to go for a run, if you want to do that with your feet and ankles. If you're working at a computer a lot, this can be a nice break for your wrists. So play with smushing your ankles and your wrists. That's what we're calling this, ankle smushing and wrist smushing. Just to differentiate from ankle circles and wrist circles. All right, that's it. Go.